Hello everyone, this is Jim Okerzinski with your weekly screencast video. So as I mentioned here in the announcement that we will begin wrapping up the research process with the annotated bibliography that is due on Sunday the 25th, end of day. I am recording this screencast video on Sunday morning. At this time I have not witnessed or seen any submissions for the assignment, so I'll reserve comment on those until later in the week, possibly in the lecture video. So we begin chapter 4 this week, and it offers some great strategies to organize your information and how you can present your research topic to an audience. So be sure to review the course unit and readings and activities due this week. In week 4, we have two discussion boards. Exercise 4.1, which is the dialogue Dave as described in the textbook, an interesting activity where you can answer some questions and thinking more so about an audience and moving from a writer to a reader-based prose. Also, exercise 4.3 and discussion board number 10. Exercise 4.3 is where Ballinger offers about 9 strategies to write an introduction for your research essay. He calls it the way in. Oftentimes, everybody struggles to write an introduction. How do we get into our particular topics? And there are some interesting strategies to write your opening or your introduction. And Ballinger, and so for discussion board discussion board 10, exercise 4.3, he asks you to write those, and I ask you to write those like you would for a possible introduction to your research essay, specifically because your first draft is due on Sunday, August 1st. All right, so that's the activities for the week. The discussion boards will get rotated around at the end of the week as I go about grading. When you might want to reach back and touch on the lecture video from week 3. And then let's get into the course units. Course unit for week 4 offers some sections that you should really focus on in chapter 4. Take a look on how to organize the particular first draft. And then I have the first draft criteria here. I call it the first draft, or it's a consultation draft. You'll post those and write a peer review report found in a Drive folder, which I will get to right now. I've created the research essay, first draft peer report, and peer review folder here. So here is a copy of a peer review report. Once again, I will cover this in detail during this week's lecture video. Also here, it's kind of a straightforward, just make a copy and rename the document before working in it, preserving this form for everybody in the class. And then you'll complete a report, your peer report about your first draft here, answering some questions. This is where you get a chance to really help the peer reviewer out in direction of what it was like to write the draft, something specific that you think you need some help with, because I ask you to come up with 3 things that you like input on. Here are 3 things that you like input on. So it's important to direct the peer reviewer to a specific issues that you have or you want to help with. And then I offer some generic kind of questions here that might help. So your reviewer number 1 will begin here, and then reviewer number 2. Everybody's got to write 2 reviews for the peer report. I'll cover that a little bit more in detail later in the process, but as you can see, the folder's already been created in a Drive folder here. As we go through the week, I have exercise 4.1. Also, if you want to use a worksheet here in the folder to help you take a look at the Dave discussion, remember, copy and rename the document for the dialogue with Dave, exercise 4.1. And if you want, I'll probably upload here, probably create a new folder. Let's get a folder going here right in front of you. Exercise 4.3. I'll create that folder. If you want to put a worksheet of your work in here in the Drive folder, upload your entries into the discussion board for credit. All right. So hopefully this will get everybody going for week number 4. As I mentioned earlier, I will post the lecture video about chapter 4 and further in the process about Wednesday or Thursday. Also, if you have any questions about how Drive or the research essay will work, please send me an email. If you are having difficulty converting your topic over to the research essay, be a little specific in your email request, and we'll see if possible conferences will work for everybody's schedule in the coming weeks. All right. All right. Good luck.